Instagram has gone and changed things again, and a lot of people are very angry about it. But today, instead of ranting about something we can't change, and let's be honest, Instagram probably doesn't care if we like it or not, today I'm going to show you how to tweak your grid if it's gone a little wonky, and more importantly, I'm going to show you how to create social content in the right dimensions moving forward, so that your content can make the most impact with the least hassle. So we used to have square posts in Instagram at 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels. Then Instagram started allowing posts up to 1350 pixels high, giving us portrait-sized posts at 1080 pixels wide by 1350 high. Now, if you've watched any of my videos about creating for social media, you'll know that I have been encouraging people to use that 4:5 proportion for Instagram posts for years. Why? Well, because in the scrolling feed, taller posts take up more screen real estate, so they give you more space to make an impact with your content while showing less of the post above and below yours, which means fewer distractions for you. Now, if you have been using that portrait-size post, then that size is what people would see when they see it in the feed or they click on it. But Instagram still used to crop those posts to squares in our profile grids. But in this most recent round of tweaks, Instagram has now changed our profile pages from the grid of square thumbnails that we've known and loved to a grid of portrait-sized thumbnail previews. Now, whether you love it or hate it, I'm pretty sure it's here to stay. And honestly, when you think about it, our phones have got so much taller in the 15+ years since Instagram started. Plus, we've had this massive shift to more vertical video content, so it kind of makes sense. Now, first of all, if your Instagram profile grid now looks a little odd, you can tweak the individual post previews a little. So you could just click on any post, tap the 3 dots in the top right, and select Adjust Preview. And from there, you can tweak how the post appears in the grid, specifically filling the space or thumbnail area, or fitting your square into that space. But if you do decide to make it square again, it'll add empty black or white space above and below the image, and you can only choose from those two colors at the moment. Now, my suggestion really would be to just embrace the portrait size and adjust the position of your post slightly to avoid bad crops as best you can. Now, I know that it's not that simple for everybody, and I know that that's not ideal. But I'm just saying that it may be less stressful and less time-consuming that way. And we can focus on what we create going forward. Also, if you do want to adjust your posts back to a square preview like that, you'll need to do it on an individual post-by-post basis, for now anyway. Now, when it comes to creating posts going forward, the size to use for a post is 1080 pixels wide by 1350 pixels high. That's what we'll see in the scroll, and it makes best use of the space in the feed. But because Instagram seems to love keeping us on our toes, even posts of that size get slightly cropped on the left and right in the new grid preview. Now, as weird as this is, it shouldn't be a big issue for most posts. But if you're someone who loves a perfectly aligned grid layout, where everything fits like a puzzle or creates a single image, I can see how this could be incredibly frustrating. But don't panic. All it means is that you need to leave a little margin on the left and right of your posts going forward. The preview thumbnail in the grid is actually 1015 pixels wide by 1350 pixels high. It's a small margin, but it matters. For most designs, slight cropping of backgrounds, photos, or graphic elements won't really be a big deal. But you do need to make sure that there are no text or essential details that are outside of that safe zone. And I don't mean to get all designer on you, but if you were following good design principles, like leaving lots of white space in your layouts, and I know I've talked about the importance of white space a lot, then this hopefully shouldn't be that much of an issue for you anyway. Now, for Reels and vertical video, the standard size remains 1080 pixels wide by 1920 pixels high. No changes there. And when you upload a Reel, you can still choose a cover or a frame from the video and adjust its size in the grid position. But now, even your Reel covers in the post grid will have that same slight crop on the left and right. Now, if all of this is hurting your brain a little, I have a simple way of making it easy in Canva. So when creating a post, start with the 4:5 design size, 1080 pixels wide by 1350 high. To account for the new Instagram grid or crop, add a rectangle onto your page. I'm just using the keyboard shortcut R to do that. Now click on the rectangle, go to Position, and at the bottom of the Arrange tab, under the Advanced heading, change the dimensions of your rectangle to be 1015 pixels wide by 1350 pixels high. Now above that, align the rectangle to the page. Center it both vertically and horizontally. Now you can just drag some guides from the left and the right to the edges of that rectangle. And by the way, if you can't see those rulers to add in the guides, just hit Shift and R and they will show. Now you can delete the rectangle and you have guides in place to show you the safe zone of 1015 pixels by 1350 pixels. And that'll be fully visible in the grid preview or thumbnail. For extra clarity, I suggest that you add central guides for your main content too, leaving some white space. Canva already has some built-in guides on every post, and you can use those as a general reference. Now for Reels, we're still using the 1080 by 1920 design. And to check what the thumbnail will look like, just add a rectangle sized 1015 by 1350 to represent the grid preview. And you can then center that, move it around, and add guides to mark the safe zone again for you. The bonus to this is that it also ensures that your content won't be obscured by Instagram's UI elements on Reels, like the profile name or the like and share buttons. So it just makes sure that you know where your important content can always be seen. Now, to make your life easier, I would suggest that you save these layouts as templates in Canva, and that way you always have them ready to go or refer to. You can save them as a brand template or however makes it easy for you to access them. And if you're a member of my CanvaOS course, I've actually created semi-transparent PNG image guides, so you can upload them to your Canva account, and then you just overlay them on your design to double check that everything is in the right place. And these guides are available in the social media module right now inside CanvaOS. And if you're not part of CanvaOS crew yet, well, you're in luck, because enrollment is currently open, but only for the next 2 days or so. CanvaOS is my Canva course that is designed to up-level your Canva skills and to help you design like a pro, with calm and confidence, no matter what you're creating in Canva. You can head to the link that's on the screen right now or in the description below the video to learn more before enrollment closes this Sunday at midnight. And that's it for me, folks. Have a fabulous week, and please show some kindness to the people out there who are feeling really fearful right now, because everybody deserves to feel safe and to feel loved. That's it. Have a great week.